Good morning, Northern Cambria. Today is Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. Spring sports start March 2nd. Check your Google Classroom pages for information from Mr. Pajak regarding track signups and info on physicals.
Mrs. Baker and Mrs. Norman have candy bars on sale to support the class of 2027. We will have these through the rest of the school year.
Have a great day, NC.
Today's weather will be a high of 25 and a low of 23.
Today will be cloudy with snow flurries and a snowstorm later in the day, bringing around an inch of snow.
Today for lunch, we'll be having hot ham and cheese sandwich, baked crispy french fries, diced pears, and assorted low-fat milk.
For dinner, we'll be having chicken and cheese and a whole grain wrap with a side of steamed peas, diced pears, and assorted low-fat milk.
On this day, in 1868, the U.S. House of Representatives voted 126 to 47 to impeach President Andrew Johnson.
He was also impeached for his Leninist Reconstruction policies that angered radical Republicans in Congress. However, Johnson would later be acquitted in the Senate by just one vote, allowing him to remain in office.
Today's word of the day is jovial.
Jovial means to be cheerful and friendly.
For example, she was in a jovial mood.
Today's quote of the day is, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better," by Maya Angelou.
Meaning that as you gain new information, awareness, or maturity, your perspective changes. You may recognize past mistakes or outdated beliefs.
Team USA is off to a hot start in the 2026 Winter Olympics. They have won 27 medals, 9 gold, 12 silver, and 6 bronze.
The events they have achieved those medals in are curling, snowboarding, cross-country skiing, ice hockey, bobsledding, freestyle skating, figure skating, alpine skiing, and speed skating.
We'll be cheering them on as they continue to compete and represent our country with pride at the 2026 Winter Olympics. Good luck to all USA Olympians.
If you won $1 million, what's the first thing you'd buy?
Probably a small island.
My name's Sophie, and I'd buy a car.
My name's Thomas Patrick Costello, and if I had $1 million, I would buy all Zach Hirsch's soon-to-be West Virginia signed jerseys.
I'm Ella.
I'm Reese. I'm Sam. And I would buy all the purses in the world.
I would buy all the clothes in the world.
And I would buy all the shoes in the world. My name's Lainey, and I'd buy a house in Hawaii.
10,000 of chicken breasts.
If I won $1 million, I am going to buy Zach's football helmet.
If I got $1 million, the first thing I would buy is a decently sized house for me in an isolated location.
If I had $1 million, I'd buy a sandbar, put Riley bar on the sandbar, build a bar on the sandbar.
My name's David Montanera, and if I won $1 million, I'd buy a personal chef.
I would buy a beach house in the Bahamas.
I would buy a new car.
I would also buy a new car.
If I won $1 million, I'd buy a bird bath.
My name's Ryan. I would rather have Matt's house.
My name is Matthew, and I would like a lot of hunting grounds if I had $1 million.
My name's Cohen, and I'd get a new car.
My name's Ty, and I'd buy a business.
My name's Andrew, and I'd buy a new truck.
My name's Declan, and I would buy hunting ground.
My name's Gabby Woodside. If I had $1 million right now, I would purchase the recording studio that I've been dreaming of since freshman year and get all the equipment that I need to become a successful music artist.
Yeah, my name's Logan Rouse. If I won $1 million, I'd probably buy a car, a Lamborghini.
If I won $1 million, I'd buy a PC to play Roblox with my friends.
I'm Devaney, and I'd buy a gecko.
If I had $1 million, I'd get a Lexus.
I'm Connor, and I'd buy new baseball equipment.
If I won $1 million, the first thing I would do was
pay my house off so I didn't have to pay any more mortgage payments. And then I'd go on vacation somewhere really warm and tropical.
Paying all my bills off, going off grid, you won't see this again.
I would go to Penn State and then pay all my debt off.
If I had $1 million, I would buy myself a house in Disney World.
My name is Noel Borgo, and if I had $1 million, I would buy a blue 2009 Chevy Cobalt 4-cylinder engine with 89,000 miles, and with the rest of the money, I'd put it on red.